Perfect. If you'd been really early here arriving today, you'd have seen me with my woolly hat on. But I've taken it off now and got to see the woolly hat. Here we are for the Mindful Monday meditation, and it's definitely the first one where it feels like winter is arriving. And back after a bit of a break last week, feeling a bit blur. Well, very blur, actually, very weird. Strange week in general. But anyway, back and feeling almost like myself again, which is always good. So we're going to share some meditation together, just in case anyone's watching this for the first time. If you're watching it again, um, I'm going to guide you through this. Along the way, I'll ask you to do things, but it's nothing you can't do already. I might ask you to breathe, which I'm sure you can do. I might ask you to think about stuff. Some people call it visualization, but I just want you to think about it however you do that. And and we'll guide you through. At the moment, this actually going to, I don't know what we're moving into, but this is the last of the mind shift meditations for now. And those meditations where in the middle part of it, once we've done the initial relaxation part, I will read a sentence or a few sentences, a couple of paragraphs through a number of times, usually three. And all you have to do is listen to them. Let the words kind of resound within your ears, within your head, and then we drift. We literally just, you don't analyze, you don't do anything like that. You just let whatever comes up come up, whatever feelings, thoughts, images, whatever comes up after listening to those words. There is no right or wrong response to that. You just allow it to be what it is. And then we'll go into our loving kindness meditation, which is a fixed part of what we do because let's face it, the world needs as much love and kindness as it can get. So have a fidget, get comfortable, and we'll begin by taking 3 deep breaths together. And you may choose to close your eyes, relax, focus within for a while on the first breath. You may choose the second breath to be the breath where you close your eyes, relax, and go within, or it may be the third breath where you close your eyes, relax, and go within. But whenever it is that you choose to close your eyes, relax, and go within, I know you can get the most out of this session today. So let's just let Caroline back in. Cool. Welcome back, Caroline. Glad you're back. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. Breathing in, hold it, breathing out, breathing in, hold it, breathing out, breathing in, hold it, breathing out. If you've not done so already, just allow your eyes to gently close. And there's nothing to do, just relax. The more you relax, the better you can feel. The better you feel, the more you can relax with each and every moment, each and every breath. And I want you to just focus, become aware of the colors, the patterns that you see on your eyelids. With your eyes closed, you can pick up the different colors, the patterns. As the light in the room plays against your eyelids. And as you're doing that, and as you're listening to this, and as you're relaxing, just want you to see what happens when you attempt to pin down, to focus just on one of those patterns or shapes. Notice how it begins to shift and move. And the harder you try to pin one down and keep it in place, the more they can just shift about, constantly moving, flowing. And as you continue to follow those patterns on the eyelids and continue to listen to my voice and continue to relax, you can allow your conscious mind, your everyday mind, to just focus in on that. As I speak to that part of you, that deeper part, that inner self, some call it the unconscious mind. And as I speak to that inner self knows how to run the whole shop for you. It knows what you do to relax when you go to sleep at night. It knows how to release the tensions in every muscle, to soften discomforts, relaxing. And so I invite that inner self, that part of you, that deeper, deeper part of you, to begin to allow you easily to relax, to let go. Starting from the top of the head, almost like a taut rope that's been wound round and round so it's tight, all of a sudden just starts to begin to turn the other way and begins to release its tension, starting from the top of the head, softening and releasing, rolling out any tension, any discomfort, down through the head, the muscles of the face, the back of the head, into the neck, gently twisting and unreleasing, down into the shoulders, softening any tensions. And that relaxation can begin to flow down the arms, to the elbows, to the wrists, to the tips of the fingers. Just relax. And still that, imagine that rope just untwisting even more, down through the spine, the upper back and chest, the lower back and stomach, unwinding, relaxing, softening tension, down into the hips, lower back, the legs, the upper legs, down into the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, to the very tips of the toes. Just relax, unwinding, softening. And that part of you that knows how to release tensions and relax even more can continue throughout the whole of this session, releasing and letting go. With every breath you take and every word that I speak, that inner peace and relaxation that you seek is yours. It always has been. And there's nothing to do, just allow yourself to drift into that place, deeper relaxed. That's right. And as you breathe, as you relax, as you let go, softening any tensions, just take a moment to imagine a glass, a vessel being filled drop by drop. At first, the sound is soothing, the sight mesmerizing. But as it nears the brim, there's a point where you just know it's time to pause. No need to add more. No need to push further. And as you reflect on that, now you may notice how life often whispers this truth, that more is not always better. A blade honed too sharp loses its edge. A treasure hoarded can weigh heavier than the joy it brings. And isn't it curious how, when you step back just for a moment, you can feel that deep sense of balance within. The kind that says, this is enough. And as you breathe into that thought, you may wonder what it would feel like to let go of striving for more and instead trust that the fullness you seek is already here, waiting for you to notice now. Because in the stillness, the harmony of life is already flowing, reminding you that your true essence lies not in doing or having, but simply in being. Here now, as you breathe and relax, take a moment. Imagine a vessel being filled drop by drop. At first the sound is soothing, the sight mesmerizing. But as it nears the brim, there's a point where you just know it's time to pause. No need to add more, no need to push further. As you reflect on that, you might notice how life often whispers this truth, that more is not always better. A blade honed too sharp loses its edge. A treasure hoarded can weigh heavier than the joy it brings. And isn't it curious how, when you step back, just for a moment, you can feel that deep sense of balance within, the kind that says, this is enough. And as you breathe into that thought, you may wonder, what would it feel like to let go of striving for more, and instead trust that the fullness you seek is already here, waiting for you to notice? Because in the stillness, the harmony of life is already flowing, reminding you that your true essence lies not in doing or having, but simply in being. So take a moment to imagine a vessel being filled drop by drop. At first, the sound is soothing, the sight mesmerizing. As it nears the brim, there's a point where you just know it's time to pause. No need to add more, no need to push further. And as you reflect on that, you may notice how life often whispers this truth that more is not always better. A blade honed too sharp loses its edge. A treasure hoarded can weigh heavier than the joy it brings. And isn't it curious how, when you step back just for a moment, you can feel that deep sense of balance within? The kind that says, this is enough. And as you breathe into that thought, you may wonder, what would it feel like to let go of striving for more? And instead, trust that fullness you seek is already here, waiting for you to notice. Because in the stillness, the harmony of life is already flowing, reminding you that your true essence lies not in doing or having, but simply in being. That's right. Just allow whatever that is, even if you're not aware of that yet, to work for you, to bring to you whatever you need for this week. And I invite you to think of a truly kind gesture. Maybe it's something you've heard of or something you've witnessed, or maybe you just think, wow, that would be an amazingly kind thing. And as you begin to think about that, notice where you feel that within your body. And with no right or wrong answers, become aware of what color that kindness is. And now, with whatever that color is, imagine that color begins to flow and spin within you like a light, glowing, moving within you and radiating out from you. And in your mind's eye, imagine that you're sat or stood underneath a tree. It shelters, it protects. To the edge of where the branches are, the edge of the shadow of that tree, you notice a version of yourself. Might be just you as you are now, or it may be an aspect of yourself you've been struggling with. But just notice that you at the edge of the tree line. And I don't know how you will do this, but just start to send that energy, that colored energy out from you, however you do that now, to that other you. See that other you receiving that light, that colored energy, that kindness flowing through them. And then back to you. Notice how that affects and changes the other you, bathed in kindness. That's right. And that light continues to spin and flow within you. And that other you steps back from the tree line. And stepping forward appears a friend or a loved one, somebody who you care about. And you start to send, however you do that now, that energy, that light to that person, bathing them, filling them with that light, that energy, that kindness. And notice how that transforms them as you send that to them now. That's it. And that light, that energy continues to flow within you as that person steps back from the tree line. And stepping forward it's an acquaintance, somebody maybe you recognize, maybe they serve you in a shop somewhere, or just you don't know them personally, but you're kind of aware they exist. Stepping forward, You send from yourself again that energy, that kindness, that light flowing from you out towards them, filling them, bathing them in that light and energy. That's right. That person steps back from the tree line, and now somebody that maybe you've been finding difficult, challenging, steps forward to that tree line, and again you allow that energy and that light to flow from you to them. Bathing them, filling them with that light, that kindness, that energy. That's right. And they step back and away from the tree line. That kindness, that light, that energy still flowing through you, eternally flowing through you. You place your hands against the trunk of the tree, and that energy flows out of you, that light, that kindness flows out of you into the tree, down through the roots, into the earth, and flowing out from there, filling the earth with that kindness, that energy, that light, and at the same time it flows out up the branches, up to the edges of the tree, up into the sky, bathing all the world in that love and kindness. That's right. Stepping back from the tree, you close your eyes under the tree and become aware of the patterns and the colors that move on your eyelids when your eyes are closed. Notice how interesting it is that when you try and pin them down, when you try and kind of hold them in your focus, how they shift and move around. And when you've noticed that, then you can open your eyes, be here now, relaxed, refreshed, ready to embrace the week and all that it brings. Here and now, feeling good. And when you're fully back, you can have a stretch, have a fidget, be aware of the tips of the toes, top of the head. And then either a thumbs up or a wave just to let me know. There we go. Deborah, Sally. There's a sparkly heart from Anne. That's a very clever one, Anne. I like that very much. There's Sally back.